Hey guys, this is BrewPlace here, and today we are here with a $400 gaming PC build. Now, for the CPU, we went with the Intel Pentium G3250A 3.2 GHz dual-core processor. The price is $58.50. Now, the reason I picked the Intel Pentium was because it's a dual-core processor, which is pretty cheap for $60. It's an old, last generation, a couple generation ago CPU, but it still gets things done for what we need on gaming. It's not gonna, run, render very well at all. That's not what this is for. This is for a gaming PC. Now, because it's not locked, you can pretty much overclock on this as much as you want. So if you're into overclocking, then go ahead and pick up this CPU cooler, which is included in the $400 budget. It's the Arctic Cooling Freezer 7 Pro Rev 2 fluid dynamic bearing CPU cooler. That runs for about $18, and I have seen people overclock with the same exact CPU cooler and the same exact CPU and get a stable 4.4 gigahertz. So if you guys are interested in that, go ahead and pick that up. Other than that, if you don't want to overclock and you just want to use the stock CPU cooler, then take that $18, go on G2A or even Steam on their sales, and go ahead and pick up some new games. Now for the motherboard, I went with the MSI Z97M G43 Micro ATX motherboard. This runs for about $90. It has a lot of the features that you can get through MSI, and it looks great. I mean, the looks on this motherboard, it just amazes me. And I really like the looks of this. For the memory, I went with the Kingston HyperX Fury Black 8GB, two 4GB sticks of DDR3 1866 MHz memory. Now the reason I picked this memory was because it sticks with the black theme of the computer itself, and it is also pretty decent DDR3 memory, and you need 8GB nowadays to pretty much run anything. I've seen some of the newer games run up into 5 or 6 gigabytes of RAM, so 8 gigabytes of RAM is going to be a really good point for that, and you can upgrade later on. That runs for $40. The storage I picked was the Seagate Barracuda 1TB 3.5 inch 7200 RPM internal hard drive. Now it's just the base of the line 1TB to fit all your games on a 7200 RPM. It's as fast as it's going to get for a hard drive. You're not going to be able to fit an SSD in this build. I could have taken the hard drive out and gotten a 120 gigabyte SSD, but that's just not worth it. A lot of these games are up in the 60 gigabytes, and especially if you're going to want to run GTA or anything like that, you're going to want to have a good amount of hard drive space. Now that runs for $40.50 or $41 if you want to round up. Now the video card I picked was the EVGA GeForce GTX 750 Ti 2GB super clocked video card. Now the reason I picked this video card because for $100 you cannot complain about this graphics card. I've seen some benchmarks with this graphics card, and it's going to run GTA, it's going to run all those new games. It's not going to run them amazingly, but it's going to run them pretty decently. So that is why I picked that, and 2GB of VRAM is just fine enough. Now the case I picked was the NZXT Source 210 Black ATX Mid-Tower case. The reason I picked this case was because it looks slim. I believe it has a window. If I paid attention to stuff like that, I would know. And yeah, it does have a small window on the side, so you guys can definitely, show off some of your parts. It's not going to show off much because it's a very, small, small window, and it's an ATX case, so it's pretty decent size. It's going to fit that micro ATX motherboard. Now, next is the power supply, which is going to run the rig, and this is the most important part of a build, because if this thing dies, it's almost guaranteed to take out some of your components, so you want a good power supply. Now, for this, I went with the Corsair builder, 430 watt, 80 plus bronze, certified ATX power supply. Now this runs for $17. You cannot go wrong. $17 is an insanely good price for an 80 plus bronze certified ATX power supply. It's 430 watts, which this build only takes up about 200 through 250, so overclocking is going to be an amazing thing on this. It's not going to compare to, like, 1200 watt, dual whatever, but it's going to be a very good gaming PC for the price of $398.67. Now I'll leave the PC part picker link in the description below, so if you guys want to check this out and kind of mess with it a little bit, then I will for sure leave it down there for you guys. Now the name of it's going to be like Friend's Dream Build or something, Jacob's Build. My friend wanted a $400 gaming PC, and that's why I built this. And honestly, I feel this is one of the best PCs I've ever built on a budget. Now, I have not actually gotten the parts and built this PC yet, but I hope to over the summer. So if you keep coming back and viewing my videos, you might be able to see me build this computer myself. Now, I am upgrading my computer, and that's a whole nother video. But just go ahead and sub and come back for more, because I will be doing more PC builds, I'll be doing more gameplay, and yes, I am getting a better audio solution, so please just subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys in some later videos with a lot better audio. Now, so I think that will wrap up the video, and I will see you all in the next PC build or gameplay. This is Brew Plays, and I am out.